people ask me all the time how to get a girlfriend and or boyfriend or whatever. And it's the same, it falls in line with the same sort of question of like, I know this feels random, but it just popped into my head. People ask me all the time. This is a question I get asked a lot. Badboyhalo, I have someone who I really, really like. How do I tell them that without like them breaking up with, or not breaking up, but without like getting a bad reaction? You follow me? I get asked that so much, it's not even funny. How do you find a significant other? How do you get like a girlfriend or boyfriend? And someone asked me at one point, if you have a crush on someone, how do you tell them, right? And the simple answer is for the first one, right? As far as how do you tell someone you have a crush on someone, that's a complicated, but it's an easy answer to answer, right? The simple reality is that you really can only do it if you're willing to potentially risk the friendship. You follow me? Because anytime you tell someone you have a crush on them, there is always the possibility that that's going to make the person go like, oh, well, I don't really share those feelings, right? So there's an issue with that. And I've told people, anytime you're willing to do it, A, you should always approach people in the way that you would want someone to approach you if they had a crush on you. You follow me? Then, as far as whatever you call it, right? Which, and again, like, you can put yourself in someone's shoes, right? And think about things like that, right? And think about, if I was in this person's shoes and someone randomly came up to me and said that they had a crush on me, how would I react, right? You follow me? And then you can base your actions on that. Now, as for how do you get, you know, a significant other, that's a different question altogether. As far as, like, I don't really know if there is a cut and dry answer to that. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I don't know. It's one of those things that, you know, is a different answer for each person. But I do think at some point, you know, I do think obviously there are certain things that you can do to, like, let me put it this way, right? There are certain things that everyone doesn't like, right? I give you an example. No one likes it when people have bad breath, right? No one likes it when people, you know, don't take care of themselves, right? So some things you can do are brush your teeth and take care of yourself. You follow me? Those are a handful of things that right off the bat are good for you and can improve your chances of, you know, appealing to other people, right? So finding the low-hanging fruit, there's definitely things you could list off as like, hey, don't do these things if you're trying to find a significant other, right? There's definitely those things. But as far as like, what are the things that you can do? Well, different things appeal to different people. Some people like people who are nice and courteous and polite and respectful. And so doing that stuff can help, right? Being that type of person. But I don't know. There's no one size fits all answer. But that's why the best advice I like giving people in that area is if you find, here's the thing. If you're putting yourself out there and you're genuinely looking for people and making friendships, you know what? That's a great approach. First, before you start looking for, you know what? That's a great way to put it. Okay, so a significant other is like a best friend, right? But before you can have a best friend, you have to have friends. So I think before you should start putting yourself out there in that respect, I think starting your mission of first things first, work towards making some friends, right? And if you're struggling in that area, think about, okay, what can you do to improve in that area, right? And then honestly, guys, just talking to people.